Hello, excuse me. ADA MP1. I think this is I can't remember the date on it, but she's old. This is mine. She is a bit noisy. There is some 50 hertz hum creeping in, so I think she needs a recap. Got a bunch of capacitors. I actually have some more up in the stores. We are going to upgrade some of them as well, uprate them a little bit. There is the ADA depot. There is a couple of noise mods we can do, and a lot of them are doing the cappings. So these bad boys are going to be changed here on the power supply side, and over here on the tube board we're going to take the tube board out and we're going to replace these larger electrolytics. I may have a look, see if I can find some of these small ones as well, but this is where all the high voltage lives. These ones are all the low voltage, just controlling all the memory of the controls. If that's something you'd be interested in, stick around. Okay, so the first job we're going to do, we're going to snip these cable ties off, and we're going to desolder these 3 electrolytics. Coming up. Okay, that was it. So those 2 have been changed. This one's been changed, obviously taken care of for polarity. You've got these 2 larger ones here, and there's one down there tucked away. Some of the ratings have actually changed. I was on the ADA depot, and the guy who's come up with these noise mods had come up with slightly different ratings just to improve signal to noise ratio, or noise bleeding in. So we shall dial it up slowly on the variac so we don't overdo those caps. Let them form up. I'm sure they'll be fine, they're modern, but hey, I've got it, let's use it. Cool. Okay, so ADA MP1's been serviced. I put in some new old stock. I had some old Chinese ruby tubes, where the original tubes would have been the same. If you look at them, they're actually identical. They have the same sort of arrangement on the internals. It's not like a Sovtek or Mullard. It's those old Chinese tubes. So I got some new ones, and that's really brought it to life. Also tweaked the internal trim pots just to get rid of any overdrive or any unwanted distortions and clipping. Giving it a factory reset. We are on patch number 1, which is in the manual, says Marshall. What I'm doing here, so this is in the loop of my Helix, my HX Stomp. What I've done, I've loaded up some IRs of my favourite EVH cab of late, and to mimic the power amp, what I did, I originally put the power amp in the low box and just played my guitar through that and tried to mimic having a power amp. So in the Helix, what I've done, Helix doesn't have power amp modelling, which would be really cool if they made just a model of a good power amp. Maybe a VHT or a Boogie would be nice. Hint. So what I've done, I've used the twin amp model, Fender Twin, and then I've basically fiddled around with the EQ, so I just get a kind of a flat response. So let me just take the ADA out of the loop. So you'll hear, this is my guitar, just straight in with no effects blocks, just, well, it's just the room. Then we bring in the impulse response. So if you hear just the ADA and the impulse response. Pretty acceptable, not bad at all. Oh, and the noise you're hearing, it's an old preamp, but this is a lot quieter than it was, trust me. This was a really noisy preamp. It even had 50 hertz coming through it, so that's greatly improved. So here is my power amp modelling I've come up with, and you can hear it just makes it come to life. Without, with. Sorry, I only got one side of the amp modelling on that. This is with both. So yeah, here, so it makes a difference, and that was pretty close to what I was getting with just using the power amp and the load to try and mimic it. So yeah. Great modded Marshall tone. Yeah, preset 1 is a classic, loads of people hear it. It's the one to start from, it's the one to build most of your rock patches from. So if you want to go from there, we can dial back the second gain. If we take that out, you pretty much so we're just using one of the gain stages there. Crank that up a little bit. That's it, that's just the one tube being used there. Then you can bring back in a second tube just to give you a bit more saturation. Bring up tube 2. Much more aggressive. Bring out a little bit of that bite. Love it, love it, love it. Right, let's come out of edit. Let's go through some patches. Patch number 2. Typical kind of Fender. Sounds killer. And the ADA chorus. Another clean with the chorus on. This is the clean tube, absolutely maxed out. solid state clean. Which has its own compressor, so overdrive 1 becomes just the input gain. Overdrive 2 is the compressor. Feels like a Dynacomp. Tons of squish. Love it. It's got the chorus on a real slow, so I'm like a slow Leslie. Okay, so 7 and 8, you've got slow Leslie and like a fast. That's cool. Rolling JC 120 maybe? This has kind of got a bassman vibe. Wow, that's really nice. I like most of these old boxes. Some of the presets are a bit... Call that patch eliminator. I just put a little bit of delay on. the greatest clean sound, but it's got a sound. Really like this. The compressor starts to crunch it up a little bit. Actually reminds me of a Boss CS3 compressor. Definitely gives me a JC120 vibe. Yeah, now patch 19. Definitely gives me that Kirk Hammett solo sound vibe from like the live stuff. It's a really nice sound to play with. See if we can give it a bit more on the master. Oh, sorry. Almost feels like there's a tube screamer in front of it. That's a really cool sound. I like that one. Number 20. Whoa, that's really freaking loud. So, yeah, I think, what was it, number 19? I think this is killer. You're going to see a lot more of this in some of my videos. It's going to be including a lot of the Metallica stuff. what can I say? I mean, there's loads of videos on the ADA MP1. This is just my particular one, and I gave it a little bit of service. Showed you where you need to give it some love to bring it back up to life. It is noisy. There are some mod kits out there. I wanted to try and keep this one as original as possible, because otherwise there aren't going to be any left. If you made it this far, click a like, give me a subscribe. I see a lot of you on the stats. Most of my viewers aren't subscribers. It'd be really handy if you did. It'd be very nice if you could. Not a lot else to say. Any questions, stick them down below. If you want to see any more sounds of different guitars and stuff, like I say, this will be... Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a Metallica clean challenge. A guy's saying one of the more difficult sides to get of their tones. And I kind of agree, getting it bang on is difficult, but I think this is going to help, being very much similar to the JC120 and having that stereo chorus, which it seems like it's very rare to have one that's that lush and nice. So anyway, thanks for listening. I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.